Welcome to War India News Hour. Virtual reality revenues to surpass $56 billion by 2026. Consumer interest in virtual reality grew significantly while the bubble created around location-based VR, once a significant portion of the total VR market, is now bursting. 2020 both accelerated and severely hampered the virtual reality VR market, and those impacts continue in 2021. Interest is slowly returning for public uses in arcades and other experiences, while home use remains a stable growth area, especially in VR gaming. According to AVI research, steady growth in both enterprise and consumer VR segments over the next 5 years will lead to 50.1 million VR head-mounted display (HMD) shipments, a 42% CAGR, and generate more than 56 billion in total VR market revenue by 2026. Virtual reality has had many ups and downs. VR gaming is driving the consumer VR market today, with a steadily increasing number of developers realizing VR content. Enterprise VR saw increased interest with the COVID pandemic and the need for remote worker enablement, and that interest will continue and grow post-pandemic. In terms of hardware, the standalone HMD segment continues to fuel the HR market with strong interest from both consumer and enterprise markets. Standalone will make up nearly 80% of the total shipments in 2026, up from 44% in 2021. Secondly, enterprise-focused VR companies are shifting a significant amount of attention to standalone VR, and many view it as the future of the industry. For software and content, consumer VR remains mostly focused on gaming. Education mixes consumer and enterprise and is the second largest segment by shipments and first by revenue. Remote worker enablement and high quality visualization drive enterprise interest across the other verticals, including healthcare, retail, manufacturing, and others. Let's look into today's headlines in War India. Beware of Android malware, Dreenic, SBI warns customers. SBI has warned its users about Android malware Dreenic that is spreading in the disguise of income tax refund applications. The Trojan is capable of phishing screens and persuades users to enter sensitive banking information. This malware uses phishing tricks to target people. Dreenic steals vital data and financial credentials from a smartphone users. FIS to expand in India by hiring more than 10,000 people. Fidelity Information Services, that is FIS, has announced it will hire more than 10,000 people in a 12-month recruitment drive to fill various roles in India to fuel its future growth. The company said its recruitment drive would focus on hiring new recruits through leading education institutions across India such as Gurugram, Jaipur, Nagpur, Mangaluru, Kanpur, Coimbatore, Thiruvananthapuram, Jalandhar, Solapur, and Guwahati. Amol Gupta, Chief Human Resource Officer, Indian Philippines FIS, said, "We are creating new opportunities across the country which will help FIS continue to advance the way the world pays, banks, and invest." Chennai-based M2P FinTech acquires SS platform Auriga.ai. Chennai-based M2P FinTech announced the acquisition of Auriga.ai, a Bengaluru-based software-as-a-service SaaS technology platform that allows both FinTech and traditional lenders to manage their collection, operations, and repayment analytics through intuitive analytics. Just a week before, M2P FinTech acquired Chennai-based credit card management platform VG for an undisclosed value. The company said that the current acquisition aligns with M2P's vision to provide a comprehensive fintech ecosystem. Microsoft initiates to empower 10 million job seekers in India. The Union Labour and Employment Ministry and Microsoft India announced an employability initiative, DG Saksham, for the job seekers. The employability initiative will offer free of cost training in digital and technical skills, including advanced computing, to more than 3 lakh youth in the first year and almost 10 million over a period of time in the semi-urban areas. They can access the training through the National Career Service Platform, and the move shall offer priority to candidates from semi-urban and disadvantaged communities. Starlink is geared to start its broadband offerings in India. Elon Musk backed SpaceX and satellite internet venture. Starlink's bid is going to foray into satellite broadband services in India from December 2022. With 2 lakh active terminals subject to permission from the government. However, it is facing various challenges since SpaceX did not have license or authorization from the government to offer such services in India. Sources say Starlink is demanding a rupees 7,500 deposit from Indian customers for providing satellite-based communications without a license is akin to a Ponzi scheme and tantamount to creating under Section 120 of IPC. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News Magazine. You can download the War India app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you so very much.